Alright, ni hao ah. Okay, this is it. Xie Secretary Llamas for joining us. And eto na, nag-xie din ang Taiwanese newly elected president and outgoing Vice President William Lai, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ayan naman, ang dami nagtatrash talk ng isa raw, SD card president versus president. Ayan naman tayo, renegade president. Anyway, last muna tayo, diplomatic tayo for a moment. Ito sabi ni BBM na congratulate
siya. Kano katagal yung moment na diplomatic tayo?
2
minutes, 3 minutes?
Medyo 10 minutes na lang, kaya ito. Kapil lang. Ito, Sir Boss Ronald, ito sinabi ni Marcos Jr. na congratulate siya sa newly elected president of Taiwan, and he said you have to, more cooperation, peace and security in the region, and mutual interest. You have to focus on mutual interest. Within an hour or so, nag-respond naman si President-elect Lai, and he he thanked so much the Philippines and said, my special relationship tayo, and he called for more economic cooperation. And important, sabi niya, championing democracy, meaning tayo mga democracy. So, is this about Great Wall of Democracy? I don't know, like Taiwan, Philippines, Japan, US together? Or nagpakyut lang si BBM? What's going on here? Because nagalit ang China. For China, was potentially violation. Well, they contend that this is a violation of one China policy because anong presidente sinasabi mo? Ang nangyari dyan is an illegal election in a renegade province. This is the position of China. So bakit ka nagmamaganda doon? How do you read this? Parang wala tayong ibang presidente na ganun, no? I don't remember any president since 1996 na-introduce yung direct election in Taiwan who so openly congratulated and warmly talk about bilateral relations. Ikaw, Ronald, do you know something? I mean, tell us about your experience of dealing with Taiwan.
Nabasa ko yan, yung congratulations na yan, no? Ay, ang pumasok sa isip, ang aking thought bubble, oops! No, oops! Tapos yung...
Baka hindi niya alam yung one China policy.
Tapos yung friends ko sa DFA, no? Naka-text ko, pati sila sabi niya, oops! No, hindi ko na sabihin kung sino yung mga yun, no? Kaya dahil, ayun nga, may protocols dyan no? May protocols dyan. Dapat kukonsultahin mo yung DFA, dapat pag-uusapan yan, etc., no? Lalo na very delicate ang Taiwan, at saka may one China policy tayo, no? Kaya ngayon, binabackpedal na yan, no? Na, hindi, congratulations naman na yan para dahil sa pagtulong sa ating mga OFW. Pero
which was totally not mentioned sa BBM. Totally not mentioned.
Di ba? So nakikita na natin. Pero suportado natin ang presidente diyan basta sa usapin ng China, no? Kaya very sharp yung statement ni Gibo no? Na bakit pumupunta bagong law yan ng Ministry of Foreign Affairs ng China. Ay ang trash talk na yan, no? A new law even for China, no? So siyempre dapat all the king's men will support the president, no? Will support the president. Ganun din ang DFA, etc. Ganyan, no? So let's leave it at that. Kahit alam natin na medyo may konting oops. Dahil kahit yung mga ibang bansa na supportive sa Taiwan ay hindi ginawa yan, no? Hindi ginawa yan.
Well, I'll tell you, Ronald, ginawa ng Singapore. So baka it's more about, di ba sabi ni BBM, kung hindi nyo pinaano yung tatay ko, yung etsapuera na yan, di sana Singapore, mala Singapore na tayo. Baka it's about us and Singapore and first world countries together with Taiwan. Baka may pagkaganyan siyang drama, hindi kaya? I mean,
hindi ko na isa-second guess yung presidente.
Ngayon ganyan ka na, Ronald.
Kung ano yung kanilang spin, kung ano yung kanilang...
Tama na yung diplomatic.
Okay na yun.
Tama na. Masyado ka ng diplomatic. Hindi ako, for me, what if this is not an oops moment? This is about, let's push the envelope. Let's see where this goes, you know? I mean, maybe the president is pressing his advantage and seeing how the rest will catch up, or good cop, bad cop. I don't know. I mean, I don't think the president is that clueless.
Pero sana, Richard, may ibang bansang nag-follow ng kanyang example. Pero for now, wala So medyo Lone Ranger si BBM dyan sa congratulations sa president.
May kasama natin the United Kingdom, the United States, leading democracies of the world, flagship democracies.
Medyo, kung titignan mo, medyo nuance yung kanilang mga statement. No?
Sabagay.
Di ba? Pinag-aralan yan. No? Finocus group discussion yan. No? Tinest out yan, etc. No?
Baka Ronald.
Dapat sa Malacanang ka, parang yan ang ginagawa mo.
Hindi ako tinanong. Hindi, Ronald. Baka naman, dahil Hindi sila nagbayad sa Twitter, hanggang 200 characters lang pwede, hindi nila nilagay yung mga
Oo.
caveats, ano. Dapat towards
Oo.
the end, but we still adhere to the one China.
Oo.
Wala
Kawawa naman
namang
si Ambassador Flor Cruz na
Oo nga,
napatawag siya, no?
oo nga,
Napagalitan siya, no?
dun ako na-hurt kasi parang, wait lang, shucks, si Sir, si Jaime pala yung ano natin. I'm like, oh my God, napakabait pa naman ng tao yan.
Siyempre, mga classmate niya yung mga liderato ng Chinese Communist Party.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Andun siya nung panahon
Tapos,
ng, Diyos ko, 870s pa yata, nandun
oo,
sila, di ba?
oo.
So, my
Pero
God,
si
yeah.
si Jaime Flor Cruz naman, knows his stuff. So,
Oo naman, I mean, CNN
hindi
International,
nila,
yan, yeah.
oo, kaya
Yeah,
kaya
pero
yun, dapat tumulong ka mag-advise sa mga ganyan mga pagbabagay, no, na to be
hindi
more
nga eh.
circumspect.
Sulsul pa nga ako eh. I piled on it.
Nakakatawa lang kasi lang yung paliwanag ngayon. Ay, para sa mga OFW natin yan. Oh, di ba?
Wala
Oo.
man lang minention na FW. Tsaka kawawa rin. Hindi, tsaka hindi kawawa. Or hindi, in a way, kawawa rin si yung ano natin, sining yung Dole Secretary natin ngayon nasa ano natin sa Eco
Meko.
natin. Si
Oo,
di ba? Bello.
si
Kaya Bello, yeah.
Bebot
Bebot,
Bello,
yeah,
no?
yeah. So
Yeah,
siguro
yeah.
mga Taiwanese
Ating
masyado
Dole.
excited ngayon. Pinapakain na siya. Sir, ano nang next project natin? Tapos hindi ko alam
Oo.
kay BBM, pero one China pa rin kami. Siguro ganun, di ba? Siguro ganun. Ikaw, Ronald, kasi I'll tell you what, of course, I mean, just for purpose of transparency, I was based in Taiwan for quite some time as a visiting scholar. I met, President Ma, President Tsai, a lot of people. So I've been following what's happening in Taiwan for quite some time. And one of the things I understood, and siguro, Ronald, you can also come in, because a lot of things happened during your era when you guys were in power, was actually we had many tense moments with Taiwan, di ba? Yung isang tense moment is yung pinatay yung kanilang fisherman ng ating Coast Guard, di ba?
Coast Guard, yeah.
13. So actually,
Yeah.
nag-ultimatum Taiwan, there were attacks on Filipino community in Taiwan. So panahon niyan, na-resolve lang yan 2019, di ba? Na nagkaroon ng court on this issue. Ang daming back and forth yan. Even si Secretary De Lima was in the heat of the action because they were asking for joint investigation, but we cannot have joint investigation with a country that we do not recognize. Ang gulo na, di ba? That was a big, big problem. I
First
remember
year ni Pinoy, nagkaroon ng incident dahil may
exactly.
huli tayong mga triads, no? Tapos, imbis na
Yun pa,
pinadala
yung
natin
drug
sa
as
Taiwan, pinadala natin sa mainland. So, nagalit yung Taiwan dyan, no?
And then, not to mention, nung lumabas yung arbitration award right after you guys left power, Taiwan rejected yung arbitration award natin ng UNCLOS sa West Philippine Sea
Yes,
because
dahil originally, sila naman
sa
ang
kanila galing yung
11 dash
9-9
line, no? Sila ang
Exactly.
original dyan, yung Kuomintang, no? Na
Exactly.
yung pro-China. Imagine mo naman ang
Which
politics talaga, no?
which the DPP did not reject. I remember very well. I asked President Tsai Ing-wen on this issue, and particular Tsai Ing-wen. Both of them are lawyer, PhD in law, both si Ma and tsaka Tsai. Si Ma medyo kuku yung mga sinasabi niya. Parang ang kiniklaim niya na meron silang exclusive economic zone na 200 nautical miles. Di abot na yan sa Ilocos Sur. Di ba?
Exactly.
Mag 200. Kailang nasa vegan na kayo, sa inyo na rin ang vegan. Na medyo kuku yan. Pero yung kay Tsai, parang ang disappointment ko sa Taiwan, and I'm saying this as a friend of Taiwan, is that parang hindi nila nagdidistansya yung 9-dash line pa rin, kahit hindi naman Kuomintang pa rin yung power. But more importantly, nag-disagree sila sa arbitration award natin kasi sinabi ng arbitration award, among others, yung Ito Aba na hinahawak nila, hindi isla. Isa itong rock lang. So it cannot generate
Yes.
So actually, naging isa lang. So naging kampo ng China, biglang Taiwan in a weird way.
Sa usapin ng UNCLOS.
Ang gulo, di ba? Ang gulo nangyari. So that's why, pansin ko, medyo awkward tayo with Taiwan eh. Hindi lang dahil sa one China policy. May mga ganito tayong disagreements. Can you tell us about your story? When you were, kasi ikaw, nag-Vietnam ka na and dealing with other countries during arbitration. Did you have any significant interaction with Taiwanese, or may ano pa rin, may parang semi-blockade diplomatic? Kasi di ba, parang ang liit ng
Na-meet ko yung
natin eh.
office nila rito na more or less parang kwan lang, getting to know you, no? Yan yung kabalan, no? Alam mo naman, masarap ang kabalan, award-winning.
Ayan na naman tayo eh. Ayan na naman tayo eh.
Yeah. So, na-meet ko sila. Pero tapos, alam ko yung nangyari nung first year ni Pinoy, doon sa mga hinuli natin mga Taiwanese triads na pinadala sa mainland. Hindi ko alam kung buhay pa yung mga yon. No? So meron ganung mga nangyari.
Ay, oo nga, no? Taiwanese yung hinuli. Ang hindi sa Taiwan, pero sa China. Ang gulo nun.
Oo. Kaya sabi ko sa kanila, nung first year ni Pinoy, ay nag-defer siya sa China. no?
Yeah.
Hindi tayo dumalo doon sa Nobel Peace Prize na
Yeah.
awardan yung isang Chinese activist. Tapos unang state visit ni Pinoy ay sa China imbis na sa US, no? Pinuntahan pa nga nila yung kanilang ancestors doon eh, no? Sa China yung Ko, no? Tapos ikatlo itong Taiwanese incident, no? At ikaapat, nagkaroon siya ng tension with the Chinese ambassador dahil meron tayong nakuhang canister sa Fort Magsaysay, pinapasoli natin sa US, ayaw ng US, no? Dahil nga bawal sa US na tumanggap ng any chemical weapons. Sabi ni Pinoy, sa inyo galing yan eh. So for 6-7 months hindi niya kinakausap
Correct, correct.
yung ambassador na yon, no? Si Harris. So si Harry Thomas, no, nung panahon na yon. So nung first year ni Pinoy, no, ay nagkukuhan siya, no? Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na anti-China siya, no? First state visit, Nobel Peace Prize, Taiwan, tapos yung tension with the US ambassador. So binaliwanag ko yan sa mga Chinese, no? Ano sinasabi nila pro-US tayo? Sabi ko, hindi, si Pinoy ay is his own man, no? Kahit matagal yan tumira sa
Yeah,
US.
napansin ko. Pero Ron, I'll tell you this, parang
Mm.
feeling ko, hindi naman binastos, pero parang feeling ko yung US, medyo, they didn't give the due respect to President Aquino, no? Parang, nagkaroon ba siya ng state visit at all?
Galit na nga si Pinoy. Tinest namin yung isang barko na binigay ng US,
Diba?
yung
Parang
War II vintage.
kupsin, diba?
No?
Medyo
Yung
kupsin
50
yung
caliber, nag-iisang barel, nag-jam. So sabi, pero mo, yung mga binibigay sa atin, yung mga, di ba, yung mga luma, bulok na, how can we protect our, noon, yan yung,
taken
tapos
for granted talaga tayo eh.
yung
Oo.
sabi daw ng US, na sabay-sabay tayong aatras sa Scarborough, sa bawat yung Masinloc. Yung pala tayo lang pala
Honest.
umatras, no?
Yeah,
No?
mutual
Bubo
disengagement.
yun, bubo yun. Pero ang nagsabi sa atin na sabay aatras, we're the
Kurt
Americans, no?
Campbell, if I'm not mistaken, Kurt Campbell was the assistant
Yes,
secretary
yes.
for
So,
Asia
so may
Pacific.
mga
Yeah.
ganong klaseng mga bubo nung panahon na yan. No?
It was tough. So, ikaw, Ron, how did you feel nung minumura-mura ng Digong yung mga Amerikano na wala kayong kwenta ng ambag nyo? I mean, he kind of had the point sometimes, right? I mean, I
Well,
don't...
tayo naman Richard, lumaki tayo sa pagiging critical sa mga Americans, eh, 'di ba?
Hindi naman,
Simula nung
sa
US
mga
election.
empires
Kaya
in general. Yeah.
hindi
Yeah.
hindi naman tayo hindi tayo masyado affected, eh, no? Dun sa
Hindi yan bago, hindi yan fresh sa atin. Medyo laos na yung mga ganun
Oo.
drama. Diba? Medyo gasgas na yan.
Medyo weird lang nung sinabi ni Digong, let us build a new world order with
Yeah.
China, with Russia. Hindi lang niya binanggit, kulang na lang North Korea. No?
Oo nga eh. Pati, di ba?
Di ba?
Sabi,
Narinig ko
wait,
yun.
para
Let's
siguro
build a new world order.
Sabi ni Kim Jong-un, like, wait lang, like, hello, like,
Oo.
wait, what? Ba't ako wala ako dyan? May hypersonic missile ako,
Oo.
nuclear weapon ako. Ikaw, wala. Anong meron ka, di ba?
Tapos may broke back pa sila ni Putin, no? Bilib na bilib sila sa isa't isa, di ba?
I don't think, never
May
mind.
idol, may
Change,
idol.
change topic. Parang medyo, wag na tayo mag-broke
Hindi mo na-imagine yung broke back.
Anyway, may taste naman si Putin. Pero anyway, balikan natin ito. Balikan natin ito.
Kasi si Harry.
Nasira yung image
Si
ko.
Harry, medyo call mo.
Forward. Hindi, ito. Let me tell you this, Ronald. Kasi ako sa akin, nasasayangan talaga ako sa Taiwan kasi napakalapit sa atin. In fact, mas malapit sa atin kaysa any ASEAN country in one way or another. Although, of course, I mean, yung mga dulo ng Indonesia and whatever, well, Sabah, talaga sa atin naman talaga yan. But you know, like, you look at ASEAN capitals, ang layo nila. Yung Taipei, ang lapit lang. Yung Southern Shores na, ako sa amin sa Ilocos, pag pumunta kami, narinig namin yung mga Taiwanese radio, napakalapit nila. No, I mean, the thing is, and Taiwan is such a developed, prosperous country, $1 trillion economy, napakayaman na bansa,
And we have 180 to
semiconductors.
190,000 OFWs there.
200,000
Oo.
binila.
Yeah,
200,000.
almost,
Oh.
no? Dahil hindi
Oo.
naman natin alam yung exact records, eh.
So,
No?
there's such an important country. Ilan lang bang mga OFWs natin sa China? Napakakonti. So, and Taiwan, parang ang dami natin makuhang investments. Meron silang southbound defense and strategy. Ang daming Taiwanese na investors sa
Pero
Vietnam, Thailand.
dikit yung election during the campaign. Yung tatlo na kandidato.
Oo, kasi hindi
sila
nagsama.
malayo
Kung
sa isa't isa.
nag-unit team,
Yung
oo,
independent nga, kung sumama yun sa
PPP,
kudita, talo yung
Wala,
DPG, di
tapos
ba?
ang laban. Oo,
Oo,
tapos
buti
na.
nila hindi nagkasundo, no? Pero ganun kadikit yan, ha?
Uniteam, di sila nag-uniteam eh. Di sila ano. Or siguro nakita nila nangyari uniteam sa Philippines. Ay, wag natin gawin yan. Wala silang tiwala. Look at the
No.
Philippines. After ano,
Magandang lesson sa kanila.
eh, hindi sila nag-unit team doon eh. No, but going back to this, ang sinasabi ko is, ang dami natin makuha sana in terms of our relationship with Taiwan. High quality. Parang mini Japan ang Taiwan, di ba? If you look at it in terms of culture, in terms of levels of
Yes.
development, technology,
Yeah,
pero
yeah.
sobrang konti yung investment nila sa atin kumpara to what they could have done. Don't you
Yes.
think part of this is good?
Tsaka masarap yung whiskey nila.
Masarap yung pagkain nila, I can say. Ang food,
Yeah.
and mura. Ang mura ng pagkain nila. Yung chicken na
Yes.
laki, 80 pesos lang. Wala pang 70 pesos lang ganun. So,
Yes, yes.
sobrang
Oo.
sarap-sarap. The best
Mm.
ang Taiwanese. No. But Ronald, don't you think that the president's, I don't know, uh, FOPA, whatever you want to call it, actually in a way may be an icebreaker for more serious discussion. Hindi lang EDCA, security. Kasi I doubt na magkakaroon ng giyera on Taiwan anytime soon. I think both Xi Jinping and Lai realize that they're playing a weak hand. Both of them have economic problems at home. Divided government in Taiwan. Medyo kung nagsama lang yung kabila, wala na si Lai. And then sa China, ang dami nilang issues and problems. So manggaganon yung China, but I doubt anyone wants to have war.
I think China is waiting for November.
November, US
Elections.
elections.
US, Tingin ko
Yeah.
yan medyo mahalaga yan para sa China.
Yeah,
No?
let's see if Trump wins or something like that. But ibang usapan, we can have a different episode on that. Baka mag-Trump series na rin tayo, di ba? No, but going back to this, don't you think it's time for us to push for aggressive economic cooperation with Taiwan? Semiconductors. So for instance, nung nasa Taipei ako last year, pinag-usapan namin with some Taiwanese experts na malapit sa government. Sabi nila, baka pwede kaya sa packaging and design. Kasi syempre, wala pa tayong technology for super high-end na ginagawa ng TSMC. But I think we can help with design, packaging, things that Vietnam is doing. Things that Thailand and Malaysia are doing. So parang medyo huli tayo sa laro. Kapitbahay natin eh. Napakalapit sa atin pero nag-invest sila sa kabilang barangay.
Pero
Diba?
kung ikaw yung Taiwanese, no? Bakit ka mag-i-invest ngayon? Ano yung value added natin sa kanila? No? Halimbawa kung yung high-tech industry, paano high-tech ang Taiwan eh? Saan sila papasok? No? Ano yung ating i-offer sa kanila in terms of infrastructure, no? A highly educated workforce, no? Etc. So, yun yung ang dami kasi nating mga MOU eh, no? Pero hindi pa yan nagsisimulang pumasok dahil nga yung lagi natin pinag-uusapan is our comparative advantage. Yun din ang Taiwan. Yun din ang Taiwan, no?
But
Lalo na yung
Ronald, I
yung
believe
kanilang
in
economy is
strategic
parang
investments.
Singapore, high-tech eh, parang
I
Japan, no?
understand. Yeah, I understand. But Ronald, of course, we know also investments are sometimes also geopolitically motivated, right? Like
Yes.
US can help the Philippines to create the conditions for more Taiwanese investment in the Philippines. There could be something like that. Or they could be Japan and US helping the Philippines to create.
Yes.
And in terms of engineering and all, marami naman tayo mga engineers na nandito sa Pilipinas who are already working with IBM and those like. So I think pag medyo mid-range level of high-tech, kasi sa high levels din baka pwede
Sabi nga ng undersecretary ng DepEd yung report ng PISA, great, no? Great daw, no? Napaka-great nung PISA
kasi hindi
report.
last.
So if I were foreigners going to here, pinagmamalaki natin yung ating pagiging the lowest sa education, no? Medyo lipat na ako, pupunta ako sa iba, no? Yung gano'n, no? Who is this idiot undersecretary na nasabi na ang ganda raw ng resulta ng PISA, no?
Baka yan, AI yan, inedit yan. Minsan talaga.
Pwede na ako magmura dahil hindi na ako diplomatic eh.
Ayan, tapos na yung 10 minutes natin. No, ako naman, Ronald, I mean, I'm the last person to have illusions about, problems in the country. I always talk to investors from Japan, from US, and alam ko yung mga problema nila. But my point is, I also believe in strategic investments. Geopolitical motivated investments. Like, may interest din sila na hindi sabog at pobre ang Pilipinas. Because
the government has 4 years. Diba? 4 years na lang, no? Usually yung ganyang klaseng strategic investment takes time, no? Yan yung
it's a 10-year thing. Yeah, it's a 10.
Yan yung magiging problema natin. At hindi yung para sa investors, hindi nila sigurado kung sino yung susunod na gobyerno. Lalo na sa isang bansang katulad natin. So, yung continuity, yung unity, medyo mahirap, no?
But
Kaya
chicken or egg yun eh. Kasi Ronald, like again,
yeah.
my argument is, mag-invest na kayo kay BBM no, long term para mga BBM camp pa rin ang manalo sa next elections, right? Kasi
Sana,
yun ang
sana.
mali ng China, di ba? Wala silang yung
Sana.
time ni
Yan din
Digong,
yung yan din
tuloy
sana yung
sumablay.
yan din sana yung pakiusap natin sa US to invest with Pinoy, with his successor, etc. etc.
Exactly.
Pero
Bet
kinapos
on the right
di ba?
chicken.
Ayun yung no?
Nga, short-sighted din sila. Short-sighted din
Mm.
tayo. Walang mangyari.
Mm.
Banana.
Oo. Pero
Alright.
siyempre, mahalaga din sa kanila profit margins eh. No,
Yeah.
binabalansin nila yan with geopolitics at saka profit margins. No, halimbawa, ngayon, dapat magbubuo ng industrial estate yung mga Koreans dito sa Bulacan Airport. Eh dahil na nabito yung Ecozone, so that's off the table, no? So, ang laki sanang major sana
Ay,
yan.
di rin no, pala
Tapos
Koreans ang, oo.
balik,
Ramon ang alam ko yun, di ba? Kay Ramon ang
kaya nga,
yun.
kausap nila mo lang yung mga Koreans, no? Yun yung isa sa reason dun sa airport. So, ano ngayon, no? Balik ka uli. Balik ka uli sa drawing board. So, dapat pumapasok na ngayon yan, no? So, baka next time, baka magdalawang isip na yung mga yan, no? Dahil nga, parang overnight na reject. Sigurado sila about their industrial estate beside the new airport sa Bulacan. So, yung mga ganyan ba? Kailangan meron tayong kaunting professionalism.
And there has to be proper planning and long-term planning. So, just siguro to give them slightly more positive.
Halimbawa, narinig ko si Popolo Tila, sabi niya ay hindi naman talaga tayo pinakamataas ang kuryente sa region. Kaya lang tayo pinakamataas dahil wala tayong subsidies. Totoo rin yun, no? Pero bottom line,
Good
tayo
point.
pa rin yung pinakamataas. No? Sinasabi ko na
Ibig sabihin
Korea
walang
subsidies,
industrial
Japan has
strategy.
subsidies, no?
Kailangan ng
Etc.
industrial strategy. Yeah.
Yes, Vietnam has subsidies, no?
Tax breaks. Yeah. Yung mga ganyan.
Kasama dapat yun sa ating plano. Yung sinasabi mo strategic planning, yung mga subsidies na exactly, 'di ba? Exactly. Hindi mo pwedeng i-justify na, "Oy, hindi naman talaga tayo pinakamataas, kaya lang tayo tumaas dahil wala tayong subsidy." Mataas pa rin talaga tayo, 'di ba?
I mean, he's implying that actually something can be done about it short of taking out all the oligarchs, something like that. Kasi medyo Marxist revolution na yan. But
Mukhang socialism mas madaling ma-achieve kasi.
exactly. Let's landing heights, i-subsidize na lang natin if hindi natin ma-overtake nationalism. I mean, last point, I just want to end this on a slightly more positive note kasi alam natin yung Qualcomm and some of the American big tech companies are considering some quite investments in the Philippines. Not billions, but a few millions in the coming months and years.
Bilisan na nila.
May konting movement. Kasi may konting movement. Kasi I think na-gets talaga na America is you cannot rely on the Philippines if you do not invest in the Philippines foundations. And I think that's why pumapasok din ng Japan. Si Kishida pumunta dito last year, and hopefully Taiwan is also going to look in that direction as relationship improve. But you're right. You know, sometimes you have to take the horse to the water. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The water cannot come to the horse. You take the horse to the water. Medyo minsan kailangan ng di ba? Things don't just work like that magically.
Pero, halimbawa, no? Last month, may delegation ng trade unions na pumunta sa US. Pumunta sila sa West Wing. Na-meet nila yung head ng National Security Council. Na-meet nila yung Secretary of Trade and Industry, no? Na-meet nila ang high-ranking, no? At dahil binakapan sila ng American trade unions which are very powerful.
Right.
So idinikit ng US yung kanilang GSP Plus sa human rights. Lalo na sa labor. Kaya tapos na yung GSP Plus with EU, no? Pero yung GSP Plus with US wala pa. Pa na yun, much delayed na yun. So, makikita mo na yes, gusto mag-invest ng US dito, pero merong mga kulatila, no? May mga kulatilya na hinihintay. At isa diyan ngayon is human rights, no? Ironically, dahil yung AFL-CIO talagang tinulak yung gobyerno, lalo na
Vietnam human rights.
lalo na election year. Election year So they have to listen with the trade unions in the US, no? Kaya nagulat ako talagang center of power nakaabot itong mga trade union leaders natin. Pati sila nagulat, no?
Good point. Thank you very much because US is also moving towards its own industrial policy. So parang tayo na lang neoliberal dito na umasa sa mga oligarchs na ayusin yung bansa natin.
Panghuli. Halimbawa, yung sinabi ni Tessie Goson C, no, na hindi tayo pwede mag-delink sa China dahil lahat ng ating mga mga low end cheap products galing sa China, no? Lalo na Shumart, no? So paano tayo magdidelink na sinuportahan din ng ibang mga senador, no? Katulad ni Win Gatchalian, no? Yung statement na yan, no? Pero meron kang marami ngayon, not only Walmart ang nagda-diversify na beyond China, going to India, Vietnam, no, Bangladesh, etc. So, dapat may
Indonesia and
sumagot.
sana Philippines na rin. Yeah, at some
Oo, dapat may sumagot kay Tessie Gosonsi na pwede, no? Pwede. At least hindi ganun ka-dependent na Divisoria type, Shumart type na economy, no? Yan yung
na
isang pwede natin
consumerist,
pag-usapan,
import-oriented
no?
economy. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yes,
rather
yes,
talk about us
yes.
producing our own, but alam mo naman, wala namang interest yung ibang oligarchs yan sa industrial strategy, and that's why the state should come in. Don't worry, Ronald, pag nagkaroon ng revolutionary government, ayusin natin yan. Anyway, thank you very much.
Point mo ako ba?
Thank you very much, Sir Ronald. Bago tayo magulag, ayusin muna natin yan. Thank you very much for that. Now, next episode, pag-usapan naman natin yung magandang bagay, which is yung favorite topic natin. Ano naman gagawin ng opposition dito? Ito na naman, baka ma-box out na naman dyan. Thank you very much, sir.